Why hello everybody, welcome to the second Inktober 2019 compilation where I cover about my days 11 through 20 various artworks that I made during Inktober. So day 11, which was description as snow, and there was many different things I could have done, but I decided to actually just make a frame the shape of a snowflake. And the drawing didn't entirely go as I planned to, but I just used how I made it and just made a nice simple background that I try to make as snowy as possible, so kind of making the front of it a bunch of trees, and then of course the log cabin in the back. And yeah, I just basically did what I could with the amount of small space, which I shouldn't have made it that small, but oh well. That would be day 11, so... And here is day 12, where the title was Dragon, so I thought of Reptar from Rugrats. Even though he was a dino, I decided to be like, I'm gonna draw him and then just draw some broken wing ends that I drew that off camera on just for the picture for Instagram and whatnot and social media. So you guys don't see that portion, but I drew that. And yeah, just a simple little drawing that's like, hey, if Reptar actually was a dragon, but his wings got broken off during the cartoon, or right before the cartoon started. So that is day 12, of course. Then for day 13, the title was Ash. So, as you would think, a lot of people did draw Ash from Pokemon, and that's what I decided to do, because it was either Ash from Pokemon or it was going to be Ash from some movie that I believe was also made into a game. So that was just like a guy with the chainsaw hand or what, something like that. But I didn't feel like doing that type of detail. I was like, I'll just stick with Pokemon, and why not? So that's what I did, and it's definitely a newer design that I went based off of when I was Google searching him. I'm like, I don't feel like doing extremely classics, so I'll do something newer. So that's why he's having the outfit that he does, because it's based off the newer design. So, but yeah, that's day 13. Day 14 was titled Overgrown, where I was at first thinking of drawing a brick wall and then having plants go through it and ripping through it, like I've seen designs of that on Google Images, but I decided to just have some flowers go overgrow all over a piece of fencing, and it looks nice overall, I would say. And that is day 14. Day 15 was Legend, and since of course I'm familiar with a bunch of Nickelodeon shows for the most part, I just thought of The Legend of Korra from the Avatar franchise that was on Nickelodeon, so I just decided to draw Korra. And this, technically, the drawing I did was based off of someone else's drawing, so definitely is one of the best drawings I've done so far, in my personal opinion. I'm sure many other people like my other drawings, but I like this one mostly compared to others. But yeah, I definitely like this a lot, which definitely took some time to make, but overall it's great. Yeah, but that's day 15. Day 16, I did create for the title Wild, I did create the Watcher from the Horizon Zero Dawn franchise, which I was very shocked that not many people did draw the creature. So I literally had to go based off of 3D models and various screenshots from in the game. That's why it's not a lot of detail, but I worked with what I got, so... Because the only art that I saw was basically digital art for, like, a baby version of it, which I'm like, I want a full size, so I just had to just eyeball it for the most part, which is all I'm ever doing anyway, but this one's going from 3D model to 2D, so... But yep, that is day 16. Day 17 is an ornament, and I could have done so many different designs, but I decided to go very, I'd say basic for the most part, but like my theme is always thinking of like skulls for the most part. I don't know why, but like I'm like, oh, what is there for like skulls for ornaments for the hell of it? And there was a picture I found that was a very, like, I want to say burnt, like it was just mostly black, but with very light tones of gray, that was basically having a pair of headphones on it, and was on technically a stand, so it was one of those type of ornaments that are probably just on a table, so that's what I felt like drawing this time around for day 17. And then day 18 was Misfit, which I really couldn't think of anything even when I Google searched the images of what people have done. Most people were just drawing their own thing, so I'm like, okay, I'll just search ugly duckling and kind of go my own way about it, which is why the ugly duckling itself looks the way it does, because I just made it how I made it, and I just surrounded the ugly duckling with various other ducks or chickens, whichever, that are just laughing at it for looking ugly. So I felt like going just basic in general with it, so I think it's overall the message is clear though, so it's all good. Then day 19 was Sling, which technically, as you can see, in the first half of it, I thought I was done with it, but then I decided to add on to it. But I first made a person injured in a sling that I've had in the past from a stupid accident, and then I'm like, I wasn't completely comfortable with it, so a couple days later, because I took a break from streaming and drawing, and when I came back, I did make a slingshot instead, which is what a lot of people actually did for the subject in general. So I'm like, I'll just make a slingshot and just make a dark outline so you can tell better about it. That was day 19. And then day 20 was treads, which surprisingly a lot of people actually were doing footprints for. So I'm like, I don't really want to do footprints necessarily, more or less just animal kind of footprints in a way, just because a lot of people were doing like shoes and whatnot, or feet. I'm like, okay, I'll do a mashup, and then I saw literally a mashup of someone doing a dog and a wolf, so I'm like, okay, I'll just do that. I just have a dog on the left and a wolf on the right for footprints, and that is my day 20 tread artwork. But that was the compilation for days 11 through 20. I hope you all enjoyed the various pieces of artworks. Be sure to leave a comment on which one you like the most, and I look forward to making the next compilation, which I'm sure will be so much fun. I just gotta, of course, finish doing those, as it's only technically the 25th right now, but we'll see how the rest of the artworks come out. As always, leave a follow on my Twitter as well as my Twitch to know when I go live over there, because I have been doing the art right before I start streaming a game, so you can easily catch me doing that artwork then. And subscribe to know when I, of course, upload a video. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.